Hey Sting, welcome back to Noise News.
This is Amanda,
And Kenny.
bringing you the news for this week.
Amanda, did you know that according to Forbes, there has been a teacher shortage of about 110,000?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, we have a story on the teacher shortages.
Nice. Take it away, crew.
There has been a noticeable teacher shortage in the United States since the times of the Great Recession, specifically occurring around 2008. This issue has been augmented by COVID-19's effects on the economy in 2020. It has continued to affect the education system all around the United States.
A teacher shortage leads to the possibility of hiring less qualified or experienced teachers, so that can create some pretty big gaps in student learning.
When somebody leaves mid-year, it makes it kind of challenging because then other teachers have to sub during their planning period, and that's kind of challenging.
I think that we have far less people that are going into education right now.
The shortage can have effects on students as a result of the obstacles generated for instructors.
And some of them are just falling through the cracks and just going with the flow every day and not really making that connection.
We have to be creative, right, on how we're going to fill those gaps. Who is going to be able to potentially teach that subject matter to the level, the appropriate developmental level for those particular students.
So I just have to figure out how to teach like algebra and geometry at the same time, for example. So this makes more concepts to go through.
Learning the system, getting the support that they need, kids recognizing the change. I mean, those ultimately have been our greatest challenges at the middle school for this shortage approach.
Especially as an English teacher, I usually really like to give specific feedback one-on-one on the writing in particular. And so that slows that whole process down.
I've definitely seen years when it's felt like teachers have been leaving left and right. And I've just seen the instability that creates for kids. And then the behaviors go up because they don't feel like stable and like settled or even accountable for actions. And sometimes that's really challenging.
I think it's hard sometimes for students to remember that teachers are just humans as well.
I don't really care to just facilitate. I want to interact and hang out with kids and build relationships with kids. And it's becoming harder to do that.
This is one person grading 100 different papers or something like that. And so just keeping in mind, it might take them a little while to get it done, but they're going to do it to the best of their capabilities.
I know most students come to school every day and they don't really think about these things. They've got too many other things to think about. And so they're not contemplating, what if my teacher is gone, or what if my teacher doesn't come back, but those are some of the realities now in a lot of schools.
Instructors who continue to persist are experiencing additional stressors.
My family has been, they're missing me. I'm spending a lot of time after work or on the weekends grading or doing the things that I just don't have the time to do during the day.
Just teaching in general kind of takes a toll on like mental health and like anxiety and things like that. So sometimes when that feels really heavy, I consider, is this what I want to do? But I kind of just keep going and then it gets better.
Public perception of teachers is a tough one. Unfortunately, the saying of those who can do teach is a saying people say, and that's really quite offensive. Of a lot of teachers are really highly qualified and highly educated and really professionals, and we're choosing to do this job instead of others. And so helping to bring respect and that kind of attitude towards teachers would be really a big help too.
Spending the time with students and taking them under their wing and doing some of that mentorship is one of the pieces that often gets lost when teachers are struggling and there's a shortage.
Consideration of teachers is fundamental during these times.
The things that I focus on more than anything else is I focus on the support that I can give teachers on an everyday basis.
Be patient with them, especially if a teacher has less experience or less qualifications. They're stepping up and doing a role that is in need.
Spectrum teachers are really well trained and they do a really nice job of identifying where those gaps are in students' learning so that then they so that they can go back and then respond to that and provide that opportunity for those students to fill those gaps with their learning.
Really taking those new employees and giving them the resources they need to be successful is one of the best things that we can do to help with the teacher shortage.
Education is not going anywhere. We need to invest in education, because what we're doing in investing in education is we're investing in our future.
I love this, hanging out with the students and teaching you guys things. So you really are the whole reason.
Spectrum continues to be a great school because of the teachers that we have and the people that are here that serve our students on an everyday basis.
With the things going on in our education system, it is important that our teachers, students, and administrators are working in unison to make learning less of a toll in combination with these compromising circumstances. This has been Mikhaili Sisalga and Jonathan Hauser, Noise News.
Thanks, team. I hope everything starts to get worked out.
Me too. Hey, Kenny, have you heard much about the wrestling team?
No, I haven't.
Well, lucky for you, we've got a story on it.
Great. Take it away, guys.
Wrestling is known as one of the hardest sports. It's known for its rough practices, tough competition, as well as its emotional victories and losses. But how do some of the students here at Spectrum prepare for it?
Go to the gym and lift weights.
Prepare by working out, getting a good night's sleep before practice, and eating relatively healthy foods.
When you think of wrestling, one of the main things you think of is cutting weight. But how do our students handle this challenge?
Strict diet, eating ice cubes, and cardio.
Well, maintaining weight is you just gotta watch what you eat, make sure what you're eating is gonna be helpful for you. Like crappy foods ain't gonna do anything, it's just gonna weigh you down.
Struggles I have is definitely eating. I think that the hardest part of it is disciplining yourself to kind of keep your weight down or be there for the team. That's my biggest motivator, is making sure that I'm able to stay where I'm supposed to be to benefit the team the most.
For many of our students, choosing their wrestling is a tough sport decision. It takes a lot of strength, mentally and physically.
Wrestling's always been a big part of my family. My grandpa was a big American wrestler. He was really good in college. All my uncles have wrestled, and it's been doing it for so long, and I really like it.
Joined the freshman team. A couple of my friends wanted me to join. Cooper Ramps. Yeah. I had a gym class with him, and we would roll off the mats every day, and he kind of got me hooked on it.
Wrestling is all about hard work and discipline, but how does that transfer to other sports?
I would tell them what our coach tells us, and that's if you do any other sports or you do anything else, you better be the hardest worker, because you're still not going to be in condition for wrestling. You can be middle of the road, average wrestler, and you should be the hardest worker on the football field, on the soccer field, anywhere. Any other sport you're doing, any mental thing you're going through, you better be the hardest worker, because you're not going to be in shape for wrestling.
Wrestling is a tough sport that takes a lot of strength, both mentally and physically. From the tough practices to strong bonds you form, it's no wonder why many of our students wrestle. This has been Caden, Noise News.
Thanks, crew.
Yeah, I hope the rest of the wrestler season goes well.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of wrestling, I think Brent and Matthias have a sports update for us.
Yes! I love sports.
Yeah, me too. Well, let's hand it over to our sports crew.
Hey Spectrum, this is Grant, your sports anchor. This week we have exciting news in sports, from the mat to the court to the course. Monday, December 1st, Spectrum boys basketball varsity beat Parnassus Prep 82-61 in an exciting game, with the school record of points in a single game broken by Cody Benson with 43 points at the middle school gym. JV also won against Parnassus. Way to get the season started. Monday, the 8th, girls Spectrum basketball, JV, and varsity have a game versus Breck, with JV at 4 and varsity at 6. Tuesday, December 9th, the girls basketball team will have a game against Zimmerman, with the C team playing at 4 at Zimmerman. JV will be at 4 at home, and varsity at 4:30, also at home. Also Tuesday, the boys basketball team will play versus Melrose area, with JV 5:30 and varsity at 7. Thursday, December 11th, there's a wrestling varsity match against multiple schools at 5 p.m. located in our high school gym. Also Thursday, the girls basketball C team will have a game at the Community School of Excellence at 5 p.m. JV and varsity at Rockford High School, with JV at 5:30 and varsity at 7 p.m. Friday, December 12th, the boys basketball team will have a game versus United Christian Academy at home. C team is at 4:15, JV is at 5:30, and varsity is at 7. Also on Friday, the girls basketball C team will play against Piers at Piers Healy High School at 5:45 p.m. Lastly, Saturday, December 13th, the Spectrum Wrestling team will have an invitational match against multiple schools at Hopkins Royals Athletic Center, with both JV and varsity being there at 8. We wish the best of luck to all our sports this week. This has been Grant and Matthias with the sports segment of the week.
Thanks for the update, team.
Yeah, to end off our show, Bella and I have an alumni update on someone that has a very interesting career.
That's right, Isaac Bankston.
Yep, let's see what he has been up to.
Isaac Bankston, an alumni from Spectrum High School, has created a career that is surprising to most people.
I do content creation for a living, and I make mostly content about making music. So I'll take like a popular piece of media or something, and I'll kind of turn it into a song.
I'm very proud of him. He's putting so much time into it, and it's so incredible to watch him just pour his heart into it.
He started out with creating a community not only online, but also at Spectrum with the people he cares about.
It really felt like a place where everybody had kind of a community.
Isaac was my son's very, very good friend. And so I got to see him a lot in the capacity of a friend of my son.
He always puts time into caring about what other people say. And my favorite part of him is if somebody's interrupted, he'll always say, "Okay, Abby, what did you want to say?"
Social media is a hard career, and it hasn't always been easy for Isaac.
I would look at all these people who were influencers, and I would be like, what do they have that I don't?
But he really does take feedback in of his followers and wants to put out content that people are going to enjoy.
Despite some of the challenges, Isaac's main goal is to have fun.
One thing that's very, very, very important to me with my content is that people know how much fun I am having doing it, because, oh my gosh, I have the most fun job in the world.
Has always been a very outgoing person. He's definitely an extroverted human who loves talking to people and getting to know them and loves learning about other people.
I've had a lot of experiences of people DMing me, telling me that I've inspired them to make music or stuff like that, and that is just that's why I do it, you know what I'm saying?
Isaac has a lot of determination, which has helped him to accomplish things that may seem out of reach.
The most fulfilling part for me is just looking my inner child in the eyes and telling him, no, we're doing this. I don't care if it's stupid, I'm going to do it.
From beginning at Spectrum to success online, Isaac continues to inspire the next generation. This has been Amanda and Bella, Noise News.
Great story. I didn't know that someone that used to go to Spectrum is now an influencer.
I know, it's so cool.
Well, Sting, that's all the news we have for you this week.
This has been Amanda.
And Kenny.
Keeping you
in on the noise. So I'm driving a new car now, because my Jeep doesn't start in the morning at all.
I just got heat in my car. I didn't have heat until Thanksgiving weekend. My brother fixed it.